Indigenous women are brilliant. They just don't have the space or are not given the opportunity to shine. They're not given that opportunity to use that their brilliant nature to do something for themselves. And it's because most, if not all, Indigenous communities are patriarchal, and then that means that women are their needs, their wants are suppressed or they're oppressed in their own communities, and so they're not able to be in spaces of leadership. They're not able to be in spaces to influence policy. They're not able to access education so that they can be able to do better for themselves. And so there are those challenges that come because of cultural practices that we have traditionally as Indigenous peoples that prevent women from being great. Whenever Indigenous women are given an opportunity to do something, they do it, and they do it exceedingly well. And that only happens when Indigenous women meet and they're able to strategize and they're able to prioritize their issues and be able to speak in solidarity, for lack of a better terms.
FIMI also tries to make people, the women, to exchange, to talk and discuss among themselves and share these experiences. Because when they share, they learn from each other and they're able to solve different problems and to try and get strategies on how to help them to overcome many challenges that we are facing every other day, even issues of fundraising to be able to do different activities. These are many things that are important for us. The most important thing, in my view, and what I believe in, is the ground, where those women, rural women, are on the ground level. Because that's where, in the village level, we are able to see them, see what they do, how they struggle, and how they try to make the end meet. It's a diversity in the region of Africa. It's a diversity of different communities. We have nomadic pastoralists who have to move from here to there. Most of the Indigenous women that we work with are from very remote areas, very dry areas with very harsh environment. They don't have luxury, like, for example, having water flowing or having a good whatever you may want to say. Sometimes even getting food is also an issue. But to them, that is life and they have to continue. These women work so hard. And if you want to talk about development, you have to know where you begin. And the first step is to begin from the ground. And when you begin from the ground and take it step by step to where you want the information to go, that's the only way you can be able to qualify the issues of what problems the Indigenous women they have from the ground. And those that they have from the ground, we take it up to our advocacy level at the national level to try and talk to different people, to try to talk to different partners to be able to see how they can make a change for those women to be better than the way they are.
The women have been able to pass down or make a change to the next generation, because you'll find that these women, they didn't get an opportunity maybe to go to school or get an education, a formal education, but right now they're encouraging the children in their communities to go get an education.
We kind of have also our networks who are doing different things in different countries. We also have them funded for different activities that they apply and they work. We have African women, Indigenous women, young women who are in charge of some of the many of the projects for the region.
My name is Kyohaman Tamiti from the Sen community. I work with Botswana Kwedumu Council in Botswana.
Betty Lomuria, I'm from Uganda, from Karamoja sub-region, that's northeastern Uganda. So I'm a Karamojong.
My name is Salome Gofa. I am the Executive Director of the Rural Integrated Center for Community Empowerment. The Reintegrated Center for Community Empowerment is a national organization working on food security, conservation, women and women empowerment, and also on peace building and conflict resolution in Liberia.
My name is Felicia Achabo. I work with Child World Development Initiative, an organization based in Benue State of Nigeria, West Africa.
My name's Jenabu Musa. I'm from Cameroon, representing the indigenous women.
Hello, my name is Winnie Kodi. I'm from the Nuba peoples in Sudan.
And so anytime FIMI wants to do something in the Africa region or would like to collaborate with something with an organization regionally, then I don't want to say automatically, but they would default to reaching out to AIWO.
We found AIWO in 1998. I actually was a founder because every time I went to the meetings or every work that I did, even when I was doing environmental issues and other, programs, I found most of the time either I find myself alone or I find that there are only a few women. And this was not very pleasing. I thought, why are there no women? Somebody should take action. And not only at the regional level or international level, even at the local level, when I was being invited for meetings, you go into a meeting and you find they're all like 80%, 85% are men, and then you just find a small number, maybe 15 or 10% are women. So you find that there's something not really working. And that's why from that time, I started to be aggressive in terms of making sure that we get the participation of indigenous women in development work. So that's where we are. And that's how we found AIWO. And we see a flower that is not fading away, but a flower that keeps on, blooming, a tree that keeps on giving birth to different generating different leaves, different branches, and not dying at all.
I wanted to be part of that movement of African indigenous women who are making a difference for their communities, not just at the local level, but also ensuring that we're representing our own communities, at a regional level, at an international level. When we talk about climate change, how the involvement of women in climate change adaptation and mitigation strategies in their countries, in their own at the very grassroots level, what are they doing?
Because with the climate change now, they are even having more problems because the whole system globally has changed. For Africa, for example, we are staying for a very long time without getting rain. And when rain comes, it's not enough. We are also getting a lot of problem because we have shortage of water. We have quite a number of issues. And women have to, because they are the key people in the family, they also have to really see how they can be able to manage that. We are also talking about how climate change is impacting on the loss of biodiversity, which women depend on. They depend on medicine from the forest. They depend on the food that they have to grow. And when we have the impact on climate change, it also impacts on food, on their health, and on their well-being. So if we don't have leaders, good leaders among indigenous people, among indigenous women, we will really remain that way. We will not move a step, because our life, when you look at a mountain and you want to climb a mountain, we are always climbing through the rough way, because we cannot go the smooth way. If we go the smooth way, we slide down because we will not be able to really hold on. But the rough way of the mountain is easier for us because we go step by step, and we know, and we are thinking at the same time when we are going up. By the time we arrive there, we have a solution, and we have a way and a way to be able to do what we are supposed to do. So it's very, very important to be a leader, to be able to struggle also to make it up and to make your community go up. So patience, listening, and sharing.
Empowerment, community, equality, justice. And when I say all these words, I'm not thinking about AIWO the organization, but I'm thinking about the women that make AIWO the organization.